Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we're having some Cajun fun, and after the break, the amphitheater is back, and it might be in Yukon. I'm Brett.
And I am Harley. So we have, been overrun. Dude, this barbecue contest
Nasty.
is
Ugly.
running us. We're not running this contest.
It's running amok.
It's killing us. It's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
people are so excited about this.
I have never seen a more... Golly. I said the Cafe 75 people were rabid. People are losing their minds over who's got the best
There have been some...
brisket.
So everybody has an opinion.
Everybody.
And their opinion is right, according to them.
But it's valuable. Good, bad, or ugly, the opinions are valuable. What we have to learn to start doing, because we're getting more popular, it's not just our third cousin and our neighbor and our coworker commenting on things that we're doing. We literally have the market share. We're touching 1.2 million people a month. And in that 1.2 million, not everybody's going to agree with what we have to say.
You do know
What?
today is the 5th of March.
Okay.
We've had over 800,000 views
800,000 views
since March 1st.
since March 1st.
Yeah.
I'm your translator. In case you guys don't hear it out there, okay? We said it right on cue.
That's 100. What is that? That's 110,000 views a day.
Do you know how many bologna sandwiches that is? You know how many slices of pizza that could be?
That is a lot.
It's a lot of pizza. A lot of gas. A lot of gasoline. And for the people out there, are we going to address this now or do it in feedback? Us being on the tape.
We can talk about it now, or we can talk about it during feedback.
Well, I think we're going to lean into the positive.
Okay.
So feedback. Listen, I'll tell you once, I'll tell you 1,000 times. Even though I'm saying it like this, it doesn't mean we're on the payroll. Listen, we have been accused of being bought. Collusion.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there are trolls on the internet who will always find the negative buttons to push. But I think if you put pen to paper, we personally have kept a lot of restaurants in business.
We have.
Just by going there and ordering food.
Yes.
We have been all over the state. Nobody pays us to do this.
Nobody pays us.
We've had a few sponsorships in the past, but we announced them as such.
Right. You will hear it. And if we're doing an ad for a non-for-profit, that means we're non-for-profiting as well.
Right.
We're not taking anything.
We're doing that out of the kindness of our hearts.
No payola.
Exactly.
If you don't know what payola is, back in the radio days,
It was a pay-to-play scheme.
Pay-to-play scheme. We're not nobody's handing us envelopes of cash under the door telling us to play Leonard Skinner again. This ain't how that works.
No, absolutely not.
You voted. I'm looking at you. You voted for who you thought should be in the top 16. We took those numbers, tabulated them, and put them greatest to least. Did we not? On the list. The list.
for the chicken fried steak tournament?
No,
yeah.
for that and for the barbecue.
Well, the barbecue, it's not
a little bit
complete
different.
It was just the list, and they just happened to be numbered because that's the way you did it. There's not...
Well, we can talk about it later, but they are listed in
votes.
Oh,
okay.
So it's
I did not
literally
know that.
the 16 is the 16.
But that's not the final vote. We're doing a matchup week by week.
Right.
Of the different restaurants. We'll get to the end and find out who wins. And this, again, is listener-based.
But yeah, just cool your ears. Cool your jets. Food, I just never thought we'd be in a position where we're splitting hairs over.
The thing about it is it's based on audience participation the whole way. If you don't like the result, then you didn't work hard enough for it. It wasn't important enough for you.
What's the saying? If you don't vote, you can't bitch.
Well, you can.
You can.
People do that on a regular basis.
They do that on a regular basis. But you can't complain about your people. If your community didn't get behind it.
Yeah, if you don't vote, we don't care.
We don't care.
If you complain about who the winner was.
We do not care. I mean, it's plain, pure, and simple.
But it is going to be a lot of fun. We are already enjoying the interactions that we're having with these barbecue places. And some of the comments I love. I mean,
yeah,
I know there are a few people out there who will pee in the pool, and that's what you have to expect from anything internet related.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the people are having fun with it,
yeah,
and it's really a good time for us.
And you know what? It's refreshing to see some of these restaurants that are humbled by it.
Oh yeah, and we've got some feedback.
We do
that'll
have
come
feedback
up at the end of the show.
But let's move on. Let's move on. Let's go to something that's a little bit less stressful.
Well, I don't.
Depends.
There is an event coming up. I am pretty sure that we're not going to have a best crawfish contest anytime soon. I feel like there's a whole lot of things ahead of that.
I feel like that's if we don't have anything. Yeah, you're right. It's just It's not happening.
But there is a festival coming up April 4th and 5th in downtown Tahlequah, Oklahoma, that the star of the show is a crawdaddy.
Yeah.
Crawfest.
Yeah.
Last year they served over 6,000 pounds of crawfish.
That's a lot of crawdaddies.
They're expecting more this year.
Really?
Yes.
You know, they call them mud bugs, too.
That is one of the things they call
That's the least enticing of all titles for a crawfish.
Yeah.
I prefer crawdad. I come from the crawdad generation. You did too.
Yeah, no, we call them crawdaddies.
And occasionally you hear somebody say crayfish. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Quit talking like that.
Yeah.
Don't talk.
Did you catch them when you were a kid?
Yes, I loved it. And if I could do it now, I would. Like if I had a place, we had a creek next to my cousin's house, and we would crawl down it. It was a concrete culvert, but we'd go in there and lift up rocks and I loved it, man. I love catching crawdads. Love it. It's fun. I've even done it with the bacon.
Oh, have you?
On the string. You ever done that?
No. No, I used to just flip rocks over and pick them up.
Yeah, or you go to get them and they go.
Yeah.
Yep. Love it.
But this event takes place at the corner of Muskogee Avenue and Shawnee in the heart of downtown Tahlequah at Kroner and Baer Pub and at Linney, Breaux, Cajun Eatery.
Okay.
It's organized and planned and hosted by those two businesses, as well as Tour Tahlequah and Tahlequah Main Street Association. And dude, this thing has really exploded.
Yeah.
I think this is like the 6th or 7th year they've done it, or they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Linney's Cajun Eatery, they provide crawfish and the Cajun dishes for this event, but the restaurant itself it serves the classic Cajun dishes as well as some surprising twists on Cajun food. It's a real classy spot. It's got a glass-encased dining area. And then Kroner and Baer provide a location with beer, cocktails, wood-fired pizzas for the event. And that restaurant is kind of an industrialized, modern-themed pub.
Right.
It has a really good atmosphere. It's got spacious patios, a full menu of food. They do wood-fired pizzas. They have a full liquor bar, 16 craft beers on tap, domestic beers, and a cigar selection. So,
are you a crawfish guy? Don't lie.
No, I am allergic to shellfish.
Are you really?
Yeah, not bad, but when I eat shellfish, like, I get super itchy in my throat and jaw area.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really do... I can do it, but I have to limit it. So, anything with a shell, lobster.
Huh.
Yeah.
Sucks.
What it is.
It's not something I go out and actively pursue, you know. I like a shrimp, but only if it's where I'm at, and maybe I won't even do it. I don't eat a ton of seafood. I don't eat a ton of shellfish. I do enjoy it, but let's go to the oyster bar. I don't care enough about it.
I like shrimp, but again, I can't have too many of them or I can feel it. And I'm sure if I OD'd on it, it'd probably seize my throat up or whatever, and I'd just die on the spot. But 3 or 4, no big deal. And it's good. I like it.
Yeah.
They have a full music lineup for this festival, though. It also includes other food and merchandise vendors. They have a crawfish eating contest. They have games and activities, as well as a kid-friendly area, which includes something that I think should be a
requirement.
Not a requirement. I feel like
staple.
And this event should be more. It should be highlighted more.
Okay.
They have for the kids, crawfish races.
Really? God, that's got to be the longest rate, unless it's in the water.
No, it's on the ground.
Gosh.
Dude, come on. That's fun.
Yeah, I know, but crawfish really they're not really land.
And we have gambling now. We could, you could make a whole thing out of this.
You could do some betting.
I think it would be, and you don't want to bet against little kids, so we need an adult version of this too, is what I'm thinking.
No, if it's my kid, I'm betting.
I don't know, it's a hard one. No, you have to bet with your kid. You got to take the economic hit.
Yeah, I know, money.
You mean you put in like a secret bet against your kid?
You bet on the side.
Like, I bet $1 on Johnny, and then it's like
who this kid is.
$500 under the table against him. Yeah, I like it. That's horrible. We're both going to hell.
Probably, yeah.
So they have a crawfish meal that comes with 2 pounds of Louisiana boiled crawfish, corn, potatoes, Breaux sauce for dipping, and your choice of non-alcoholic beverage. But
I'll be drinking a soda pop, Coca-Cola, from Nola, a Nola Cola.
But if you are ready to wear the crawfish crown, they do have a crawfish eating contest.
But I wonder if it's made with a crawfish pencil, the fingers, the crawdaddy fingers.
The crown?
Yeah, if it's made with a crawdaddy hand.
I'm going to include a link to their website with the full list of rules. But just to give you some idea of the rules, the crawfish eating contest is a race to eat 2 pounds of crawfish the fastest.
Woo! Ain't happening that over here, I guarantee. I
would be dead. But the top 3 fastest of the preliminary rounds will advance to the finals held during the Crawfish Festival on Saturday, April 5th. They don't allow you to use utensils. You got to do it with your hands.
Frustration.
And then...
Crustation.
And then finally, if the last rule that I feel like's important, if a contestant vomits or regurgitates anything during the competition or weighing, they are automatically disqualified.
Disqualification.
Yeah. So what do you think? Are you up for the OK Crawfish Festival?
Destination. That's pretty good. Yeah, I would do it.
I think it sounds like fun. If you want more information, though, their website is okcrawfest.com.
Well, after the break, are we going to be rocking in Yukon? I don't know. Let's find out. For the last, it feels like a year now. But it hasn't been that long. We've been working with Thinkability for a while. Ever since we went to the thing, we've been sold ever since.
Yeah, we were super impressed with their community garden right off the bat.
Yeah.
Fell in love with what they're doing. And I feel like more people need to be aware of what they do, not only for Thinkability, not only for them expanding and doing more of what they do, but so other people can do something similar in other communities.
And but along those lines, the pride that the people that are involved, from the director to the organizer to the people that are doing the work,
to the people that they support,
I
think it's important. I mean, we need to start off right off. Thinkability promotes independent living skills for people with developmental disabilities of all ages.
All ages, all disabilities.
They were established in Duncan, Oklahoma in 1982 with one group home. They've extended that to a 12-unit independent apartment complex and a 20-unit modern apartment complex with several other properties in and around Duncan. And they serve people 24/7.
In the people that they help, that's the other thing. There's such pride. When you see them walk around helping out, working, you see how much pride they take in what they do. You can't put a price on it. You really can't.
You can't. And it's one of those things, you and I worked with a gentleman at a car dealership a long time ago. His name was Jack Bohannon. Mm-hmm. And he was probably close to 50. Mm-hmm. And he was facilitated in having the job. He would just come and push a broom around. And it got to the point to where we started having him make coffee. And he loved it. Like, as soon as he would look and see as soon as somebody went over to the coffee pot, and he would watch to see if they liked their coffee. And then if they did, he would come over and introduce himself and tell everybody he made the coffee.
Yeah.
He was so excited and so proud of that. And I see that in Thinkability. I see that in what they do.
Well, getting involved is super simple, like we talked about a little bit earlier. If you want thinkability in your community, you need to go check them out. You need to see just exactly what we're talking about. Head over to thinkabilityfirst.com.
So today's news story is from the Yukon Progress newspaper. The amphitheater proposed at Frisco Road and I-40 as part of an entertainment district. Economic growth projected is the name of the news story.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before.
Oh, yeah.
It got killed in the past.
It got killed, I think, 7-1.
It was bad.
It was bad. And, in fact, we were going to have the guy that was putting it all together was going to come onto the show and talk about it.
Yeah, they were excited to come on the show.
But then, that went away, and then word got around, and I don't know how far along it is, and maybe somebody out there could tell us. Broken Arrow was tapped as the location for the one in Tulsa County.
Oh, okay.
I just thought it was going to go away.
I thought it died too. I thought it died completely because the place that they picked, I think, was just a bad decision. Like the amount of infrastructure required to make it happen was huge, and then on top of that, it would have ticked off every resident. It would have just made everything worse. But it looks like at Frisco and I-40, they've got a sweet spot.
Yeah.
Like there's not a lot of people already there at that exit.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of room, so you're not causing as much disruption on Fridays and Saturdays when you're having a big event. But they're talking about this being a 12,500 square foot amphitheater as part of the new development at West Frisco, and it's supposed to host 70 shows annually. It's a lot of money coming into the area.
Yeah, a lot of traffic. I just think it's over. They're cramped in like sardines in Yukon.
Yeah, but I think you're far enough out there, and I think everybody else agrees because it passed the city council.
Oh, it did.
I believe so.
I'm sorry, Yukon's like any chance we can get.
True. But the Yukon City Council met on March 4th, approved several agenda items demonstrating its intent to have the Venue Holding Corporation and its affiliates develop the Sunset at Yukon Amphitheater to anchor this new entertainment district.
We'll see. I think the thing you got to do is you got to bring Garth Brooks home to Yukon to open the thing up. Well,
the mayor, Brian Pillmore, he said it's going to attract new businesses, create new jobs, offer entertainment and cultural opportunities that'll enhance the quality of life for residents.
Yeah.
The previously planned Southwest 15th and Sarah Road location was rejected because there were protests by the neighborhoods that were concerned about traffic, noise, and lights in the area.
That'll do it.
Yeah. But this new agreement, Yukon and Oklahoma City are going to evenly divide sales tax revenues generated from the property for 15 years. And the end result, according to the mayor, is a net increase to sales tax revenue and a fee revenue to the city. What he said was, the rising tide lifts all ships, which is funny because you and I just said that the other day.
Yep.
He said all of the local businesses and citizens are going to feel this lift. This is whether it's in local shops, local hotels, or their property values.
I mean, I'm all for it, but I think there's a lot of people that have a soft spot for the zoo amphitheater. It is outdated. The seating is not great, but so many memories, so many sentimental moments there. I would hate to see that disappear. I think the zoo has kind of went on a resurgence after they shot down the Sunset Amphitheater. There was a resurgence, from the zoo amp committee. I just hope it doesn't hurt that any. I don't like outdoor concerts anymore. It's just too hot. It's not what I'm into as I get older. But I do have a lot of memories out there.
Well, if you want more information on this news story, we're going to include a link in the show notes to the Yukon Progress news story. If you got comments on it, let us know.
Yeah.
We're interested in what you think of these type of activities in and around the state.
We literally could forage not far and get some type of feedback. Unfortunately, most of the feedback we're getting now is thank you or F you.
We are getting a lot of that feedback, but I did want to highlight a little bit of feedback that I really liked. Somebody who sees what we're doing and appreciates it.
Yeah?
So on Instagram, Heavenly Barbecue posted a link to our barbecue tournament of champions.
No pun intended.
I just want to read what they wrote.
Sure.
They said, "We are beyond honored to be included in the OnlyinOKShow's Barbecue Tournament of Champions. With so many incredible barbecue spots in the mix, we're humbled to be a part of the top 16. A huge shout out to OnlyinOK for shining a light on all the amazing barbecue joints across the state. Barbecue fam, please make sure to subscribe to their YouTube channel to stay updated on the brackets and support all the fantastic businesses competing. Let's show love to all the contestants and keep the fire burning for great barbecue."
And really at the end of the day, it's about the camaraderie. You're not seeing other barbecue, pitmasters or restaurants coming after each other.
No.
Everyone is super. It's the customers that aren't as humble. You know
Isn't
what I
that
mean?
weird?
The businesses have been nothing but, can't believe we made it. Gosh, you saw that we made it? Look where we made it. Like humble pie. And
Yeah.
if you do have a slice of humble pie with whipped cream. But yeah, I don't find a person in the Sweet 16 that doesn't deserve to be there. Hell, on principle alone.
They all seem to be real salt of the earth people.
Yeah.
They're having fun with it. They know at the end of the contest, we're not going to take anybody's barbecue license away.
No.
Like, you didn't make the cut. Sorry.
You're out of here. Beat it. Take your brisket. Wait, no, leave the brisket. You get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
No, it's just to really highlight some of these places that don't get enough attention because of their location.
Yeah.
Or just because they're outshined by somebody with a bigger marketing budget.
Well, the thing about it, too, is, let's be realistic. There's a lot of options. People have their favorite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
it's so-and-so's brisket. It's such and such ribs. And somewhere in there, somebody's like, they got to have peach cobbler.
Well, it's not surprising, but it's funny. If you look at most of the people's top pick, they live within 5 miles of that place.
Yeah, it's their local establishment.
Right. Which is fine.
That's fine.
But understand, we got a big state. We got a lot of people who do a lot of things differently.
I will admit, I was loyal to Swadley's for a year because it was close. The inside kind of reminded me of Crockett's Smokehouse, and I like barbecue. And I mean, at the time, I was living with my mom, and it wasn't far away. So slip down there and get some barbecue, once every couple weeks, because that mess ain't cheap.
It's not, and it's again, we're not taking away. I think one of the things that surprised me, nobody like Swadley's or Vans made the list.
Yeah.
We didn't make this list.
No, we did not. We made the list. We constructed the list. Well, no, we
didn't. We compiled the list.
We compiled the list. You guys chose. You
Yes.
guys and dolls chose who was going to be in the hunt.
Yes. So I was surprised, but at the same time, I'm really not. They're good food. I got nothing. We've done videos about Vans. I don't know if we've ever done a Swadley's video.
Never done a Swadley's video.
But we've done Vans before, and I'll eat there again. I promise you I'm going to eat at Vans again.
Yeah.
They didn't make this list, but...
Yeah, it doesn't keep me from... I mean, Hell's Bells, the day the list wasn't even out yet, I'm having brisket tacos and Oklahoma smoked barbecue. I don't give a damn. I'm not being bought either.
No, but at the same time, the first time you and I went to Butcher Barbecue Stand, it was a game changer for us. We didn't even know that it was a real...
a 2-pound sandwich.
We didn't know that barbecue could be so different from what we'd had before.
Right.
So we're going to take this opportunity to visit these 16 places in and around the state.
Gosh. I see... When you look at the map, you go, Idabel. Oh, it's... God, way down there.
Dude, I'm more concerned when I look at the map of the places that are all crammed together. Like, is that going to be like a long weekend? I'm going to have meat sweats for a month.
Yeah, it'll be a get it to go, get it to go. Just have a buffet style, like, feeding trough.
Yeah. If I feel like this contest is going to hurt us more than it hurts them.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure my radiator works. Remember we had the heat.
I'm more concerned about the food, dude. I've got to say I like barbecue just as a type of food.
On merit alone.
So looking at the map where I see 6 or 7 of these restaurants in close proximity and thinking, oh, we could just spend a couple of days there eating barbecue. And I'm like, man, I like barbecue. I don't know if I could leave a plate unfinished. So now I'm talking about eating 6 or 7 plates of barbecue in a weekend.
Yeah.
That's not a thing. I might end up in the hospital over this deal.
Could you have a nap? let's give ourselves some feedback. Could you have imagined 5 years ago having 1 million people a month see something that we've done?
It's more than that. That's
Is
the
it?
funny part. It's so much.
I say 1 million.
Honestly, it's 1 million a month until you look at the fact that March's numbers have started hitting. We're 5 days into the month and have 800,000.
800,000 people see our stuff every month.
No, 1 million people see our
God,
stuff.
1 million people see our stuff every month. God!
We've 800,000 by day 5 of this month.
And we still pay for our own barbecue. Okay? We're not getting paid. All right? You want to pay us? Come on.
That's 160,000 people a day this month.
Come pay us. 160,000 people a day?
Yes.
God dang! Oh.
So that's literally if we kept up this level of activity for the month, we would be almost 5 million people for the month of March.
Woo! Well, there you go, folks. If you're not riding the wave, we're doing the wave. See ya. We're done.
Oh,
Bye.
something we need to say before we get out of here.
We've said a lot.
We have, but
Yeah.
something we need to say in reference to the contest.
Yeah.
All of our videos are going to hit YouTube at least a day before they hit everything else.
Okay.
So if you want to know in advance, you want to stay ahead of the class, go to our YouTube page, youtube.com OnlyinOKShow, and subscribe. Hit the little notification bell.
Subscribe. You want to know?
You'll be ahead of the team. You'll be ahead of the class.
Yes. Subscribe. YouTube, everybody.
No, there is nothing else to say. This has been the Only in OK Show. New episodes every Monday. New videos almost daily.
Come be a part. Will you just come be a part of over 1 million people seeing our stuff every day? That's the exposure you get with us. That's the exposure you get from us. It's the Only in OK Show podcast. I'm Brett.
I'm Harley, and we're out of here.
Peace. Under the spotlight. It's not there. Welcome to the show. We're having some Cajun fun.
Yeah, you're going to need to...
I'm going to need to punch it up, my boy. Downtown Tahlequah. That's a French word that means crawdad.
I like it.
Down in the bayou. You mean the Illinois River? No, the bayou. No. Poser, he calls the Illinois River the bayou. Depending on what time of year it is, it's definitely the bayou. Because there's some bayou, like, yo, get up out of my face. Daddy, hey there, boy, how are you? Joey, my boy, how are you doing this evening? Zaddy, bam, downtown Tahlequah, last year served 6,000 pounds of crawfish. Dear Vien place the corner of Muskogee Avenue and Shawnee in the heart of downtown Tahlequah. At the Kroner Bar and Pub, Crawfish is organized and planned by the two local businesses in collaboration. Organization. Association.
You're Adam Sandler.
Big decision.
Waterboy? Was that...
Yeah. The high quality H2O. There's a funny, I know you don't like the Oscars. It wasn't the Oscars, it was Golden Globes. For some reason, she's one of my favorite comedians, but I can't even, God, I'm blanking. Anyway, she goes, Chalamet sounds like something that Adam Sandler would say. She's like, Adam, give us your best Chalamet. He goes, Chalamet. Nobody has a crossword to say. I haven't heard a bad thing about it. Chalamet. Hey, welcome to the show. Today we have some Cajun fun. After the break, you call ampitheatre back in business.
His name's Tiffany. His name's Tiffany Chalamet. I'm his driver.
It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Welcome to the OnlyinOK Show. We're talking about transporting and
Barbecue? Transporting barbecue across state lines?
big sharks and octopus and the Thunderbird Lake.
More like
kind of alike, mate.
Like it was an Australian Jason Statham. We could have more of those. Like, welcome to the show today. We're talking about
Well,
doing a
walk.
walkabout.
You got it.
We're doing a walkabout.
You got your Cajun fun under the sun.
Oh, we could do that. Real quick, let me run through. And welcome to the show today. We're having some Cajun fun.
Why are we doing Australian for Cajun?
And after the break, you called amphitheaters back in business.
No.
I'm Britt.
No.
Crawfest coming downtown Tahlequah.
No.
The event takes place at the
Negatory.
corner.
Are we recording?
Yes, at the corner
Stop
of
it.
Muskogee
Stop.
and Dingo Boulevard.
Stop.
The dingo took my baby. That's
Hey.
a real thing.
All right, we're going to kick the show
Let's
off.
go, man.
It's 7:53 in the p.m.
7:53, 52 degrees, partly cloudy tomorrow with a chance of nothing. Coming up next week, more of a little bit of a cold snap, still kind of hanging around. You know how it is in Oklahoma. Will Rogers said it best. Yeah, if you don't like the weather, just wait a minute. And if you're going to wait a minute, we're going to give away some tickets coming up after the break. We're going to give you a chance to go see the Taylor Swift tribute act called Delicate coming up at Frontier City. Also going to get you a chance to win those tickets to see, but go to a Fair of the Heart in October. Yeah, we had some left over from the February show because nobody went. So we're going to give you a chance to win those. And we're going to talk to the guys with the OnlyinOKShow podcast. They've got a new project coming up where they pretend to be in love with each other. All that and more. It's Manager Till Midnight right here on OKAFM.
Okay, AFM. Okay.
There's an OK in it. All right.
I think if we had...
Do all over again?
No, if we had a radio station, it would have to be OIOK.
OIOK.com.
Yep.
24 hours of Harley snoring. Sleep Apnea FM, where we're dying to meet you.
All right.
Okay, bud.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.